Hello and welcome to Game and Talk, episode number 36. We started late because Josie was filming a movie. Because you were filming a movie. You said, can we do it at 7 p.m. your time? And I said, yeah. And Celia said, yeah. That's the reason. The Knicks.
True, but you were watching the Knicks.
Yeah, but fuck the Knicks right now because they fucking lost. And now this video has been demonetized because you made me curse within the first minute of it. Thank you, Josie. Now,
maybe
Nate,
lock in and don't curse in the front.
No, I can't. Nate is fucking sick as shit. All right. He has some health issues going on. He'll be all right. He's on the mend, but he's not doing too well. So he's not here tonight. So hit the like button for Nate. Show him some love because he'll watch this back probably to see how we salted his name. Of course, this show is made possible by our Patreon supporters and our channel members. Want to give a big thank you to all of them. Adam Sarp, Adam Balzadon, A Billion Cats, A, hashtag Drunk on Tacos, Trent A, The Game Orb, Mr. Joby, Joshua Butts, aka The Butt Man, and John O. You can get all of that sort of stuff over on spawncastnetwork.com. Gives you access to the after show and after shows of other things. Other shows on here, or if you just want this one, you can become a member on here. We will be doing an after show tonight. I'm RGT85. I'm not in a good mood because the Knicks lost and it was an embarrassing loss and I'm not happy. Josie, how you doing?
I'm all right. I've been at school and working all day, so I'm exhausted, but ready to talk about Nintendo.
Why does my setup look so bright? I don't like that. Like, it's not.
Turn your ISO down and you're using a camera?
I'm using a webcam because my camera doesn't fucking work on this app.
Well, apparently this doesn't either. It's freezing too.
You're fine on my end.
No, you're freezing. Like you're frozen right now.
How am I frozen? I'm fine. I'm watching it back right here.
No, but every time you move, it's like pause.
Should we freeze too when you freeze?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like
I will leave. I will leave this show, and it'll be just you two. Wow. Celia, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's been really windy over in LA area. I had to chase my trash can down the street earlier, which was real cool. It was on my my neighbor's property, so I had to be like, "Oops, sorry." Yeah, weather.
Is it wafting fecal smells your way?
What? No, that's not what happened. It was my
Celia's area is so nice. It wouldn't. That's
thank
not
you.
the idea. That's not.
Thank you, Josie.
What would happen?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I felt so bad because like my neighbors are like doing some work on their place, and like my trash can was just like on their lawn, just vibing.
Got a $5 dono from Jeffrey Tucker. Nin Prime is a chode glued to perineum. Thank you. I mean, he's something, isn't he? He's something. So there's some stuff to talk about, evidently, that happened. Presidential stuff that we're going to be talking about.
No, we're not.
President Furukawa speaking on the Nintendo Switch successor
system. Yeah, how could I forget?
Yeah. It's, bro.
I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to get into politics over here.
No, and you know what? I'm turning off my camera because I'm tired of people bitching. I
think it's like the connection. Maybe if you maybe it's like just loose.
It's not loose. It's this is the only I just did a Zoom call Monday for an hour and a half. No issues.
And it wasn't loose then, but it could be loose now.
It's wireless.
Your webcam?
Anyways. AJ.mp3. Trump's new 400% tariff would raise the price of the Switch 2 to around $1,500. Is anyone in the U.S. willing to pay that for Switch hardware? Well, I would, because I mean, I could make the money back on videos and stuff like that. John would, because I mean, John bought a PS5 Pro. MVG would. So, you know, I think people would.
I'd try to win it.
You're going to do that anyways. But before we get into that, stuff. I think Celia wants to wow everyone with her knowledge of Pokemon card trader game for your mobile devices. I think
Yeah, you mean Pokemon TCG Pocket? Well, yes, Sean, thank you for bringing that up. So this, if you guys haven't heard about it, we talked about it a little bit on the Spawncast, but it is a card game battling, it's Pokemon. It's Pokemon cards basically for it's an app game. And you can play online with random people or you can play against AI, but playing against random people is way more fun. And you get to open up a bunch of packs. You can do it. You can buy packs with microtransactions, which I don't personally do because you can wait every 12 hours or 3 battles. You can earn packs. So I tend to do that. I was really excited. They're currently having a Lapras event right now, and I got a Lapras, so I'm going to stop doing the Lapras event right now.
Now, has John played with you yet?
No, he hasn't. He added me as a friend, but like he hasn't reached out to battle or anything. So
because he's a fraud.
What?
Because he's a fraud. I hate to interject. We will get back to the Lapras in just a moment. Here's $50 from Vampire Slayer 83. Here's some money to compensate for your gamer word. Keep doing some more gamer words, RGT. I mean, I probably will. Hi, ladies. Hope you're well. Just remember, Furakara was born in a middle-class family. And that's followed up by Fairbanks, the $5 dono. Hey, guys, you should check out. Okay, I was just making. I was making sure you weren't trying to like catch me to say some shit and then clip it. Nico Dorico. It's a really fun game. I think you all enjoy it. It's basically a tribute to games like Donkey Kong and Crash. What platforms is that on, Mr. Fairbanks? That sounds like my internet is fine. God damn it. But yes, back to the Lapras.
Oh yeah, so I got it and it's really cool and I'm really enjoying the game. The match battles, they need to do some more balancing on it because like in the beginner level, it can go up all the way to like level 17 and I'm like level 9 now. And so when I get matched up with too high of people, it's just a slaughter. So I hope they like iron that out. Right now for cards, they only have first generation and like I think the 9th generation, like the most recent. So I'm kind of looking forward to when they start releasing booster packs for other characters. Because I know that there's some people like that are on YouTube or like content creators and they've like shown their decks of like all the cards they've collected and they're basically all there, which is wild. But I'm really excited about it. If anyone else plays, I occasionally post my friend code on Twitter. So just tweet at me and I'll share it with you. Let's battle.
Oh.
Okay, that's my review.
Have you checked out Nintendo Switch Online Music? The music app?
No, I haven't. Okay, so apparently, like you download the Nintendo app and then you get access to it because. So I was explained on the Spawncast that there's just an app for it, but I can't find it on the Play Store, and I feel like I'm being gaslit that it's there and I can't
just
find
an iOS thing.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna search for it again.
I have it on my iPhone. But
okay, Nintendo Music. Looking it up. Oh, it's here now. Never mind, I lied.
Oh shit.
Well, last weekend, I was looking it up and I couldn't find it. Let's see what songs are on there. Do they have Nintendogs yet?
Yes, they do.
Shit.
Oh, whoa.
Sean, are you okay?
Yeah, keep talking.
What happened?
Okay, cool.
My hat hit my keyboard and then I knocked over my beverage, but we're okay. We're okay.
Did you spill on yourself?
I grabbed the Ethernet cable. 200-foot Ethernet cable, and I'm having to run from upstairs. Please hold. Talk about Nintendo Music, big new app.
It's funny your internet is so bad and you're plugged in through Ethernet, and I am on Wi-Fi. And Jay chilling. So a little strange.
Okay, so I'm opening up the Nintendo Music app.
It's sick. You can make different playlists and stuff. It's kind of cool. I made like a whole DS Wii generation playlist.
Oh, fun.
You know, they've got like all the major stuff. Like if you like Nintendo music, it's kind of great. And the interface of it is really cool. And it's completely free if you already have Switch Online, which is cool. Like it's not an additive thing.
I'll set that up. Yeah, I'm on my friend's family plan.
That's how you do it, because then you get it for like $5 a year.
Yeah, so I'm like, vibing with that. Shout out to my friend. You're the best.
Shout out. Medallion member for 7 months. Came back just in time. Needed a pleasant distraction. Thank you, President Furukawa.
Yeah. Hi, Medallion. Now you're muted.
Is it doing it now?
No, it's good.
No, you are.
Oh, did you plug in the cable?
Oh, you're frozen.
Oh shit,
he's frozen.
It's StreamYards. It's StreamYards because I'm on an Ethernet connection and I have a 1,000 up, 1,000 down. It's something with StreamYards and me. It just doesn't work.
It's unfortunate. Elliot with $5. The announcement didn't specify if backwards compatibility includes the games physically. Do we think it will though?
Well, we'll talk about that in just a moment. Have we covered everything with Lapras?
Yeah, I think so. I'm really excited for when they start trading because that's like the funnest part about Pokemon besides battling. So looking forward to it. And also, I want the Diamond and Pearl generation, which I think is Gen 5 or 6. I think it's 5, actually. Because it has Bidoof, and Bidoof is the best. Okay, that's it.
Hey, that's Bidoof for you. Josh Storch for the $5 dono. Hey, RGT, do you know of the Chase Brogan channel? YouTube channel. He used to be retro gaming guy. He's into retro stuff and wrestling. Actually, funny you say that. I actually just did discover him like a week ago because he had made a video on an N64 ROM hack, which I commented on, and now I'm subscribed to him. I saw he did a video about Summer Kart 64 today. I need to watch it because I don't really know what the difference is. All right, we should be good now. I was still on Wi-Fi before. Now we are on Ethernet connection. Okay. Ethernet. The thing is, there's a hole somewhere behind my TV stand that leads down here. I just can't find it. I cannot find the hole down here, like where it comes out to. And it drives me nuts because that would fix my problem because my router
right there.
Yeah. I maybe tomorrow I'll do it. I'll just focus on trying to find it, but I don't want to like mess something up. Liam Werner, $1.99. Can you tell John to bring back Streamlabs? John needs to do a lot of things, such as play Command and Conquer on the Nintendo 64. He made fun of me.
Well, okay, what are we talking about today?
Should
we talk about what we're talking about today? I feel like there's some big news here.
What, Lapras?
No.
Yeah, Lapras is really cool.
Even though it is great.
Well, you want to talk about sales statistics and how...
Let's talk about the president
Breath of the Wild is going to outsell Tears of the Kingdom like I said it would, even though I was chastised by people for saying that it would do the thing.
Well, it's because it's that hater mentality, you know. People don't like it.
Not a hater mentality. It's called realism. It's called realism. People don't like to live in the real world. They like to live in a fantasy world. All right. We'll talk about it now. What about StarCraft 64? You know, I think it's a good version. You know, they just did StarCraft Remastered and StarCraft 2 on PC Game Pass, but it's not on my Xbox. What the hell is that? I was actually going to play it, but no, I got to stick with the N64 version. So yeah, the investors meeting happened. We got updated sales statistics of lots of games. Nintendo revised their Switch forecast as well.
Huge.
Going from 13.5 million sold in the year down to 12.5 million sold, a 10% drop. But obviously the biggest news was what happened after that when the president of Nintendo announced that the Switch 2 will indeed have backwards compatibility with the Switch system that we have now. There's Nintendo Prime with the googly eyes trying to make a 50-cent piece off of his his verified account there.
Get him.
But yeah, so somebody brought it up a little bit ago. The announcement didn't specify if the backwards compatibility includes the games physically. Do we think it will, though? It's a very vague statement. And I think it's a vague statement because they don't necessarily, want to reveal everything about it. I would imagine that it would be your physical games and your digital games as well. Now, there's a whole trickle effect with that, but I'll let the ladies speak first.
So have you seen the patents of like the ideas of what the Switch 2 cartridge could look like? Have you seen those? I don't know if that's confirmed or if that was like a rumor, but
Well, Celia's probably seen them because she's like making them over there at Yacht Club by hand.
Those patents look very similar to what a normal Nintendo Switch cartridge would look like, but just like a couple differences. So I'd assume that it would be backwards compatible with physical games, similar to how the 3DS could play DS games, and it's like a fairly similar cartridge format, just a little bit different,
I will say, I saw people dunking on MVG because he had made a video a while ago talking about how there's a possibility that it might not have it. And they were saying like how he was wrong and stuff. How about you suck a fucking dick? How many fucking games have you shipped? Dumbass fucks on Twitter. How many games have you developed? Like, shut the fuck up. It was never a foregone conclusion. People say, "Oh, look at the history. Look at the history." Yeah, look at SNES. Look at NES to SNES. Look at SNES to N64. Look at N64 to GameCube. Oh, they're different physical mediums. Okay, but they still didn't have any backwards compatibility on it. It was never a foregone conclusion. And to disrespect someone who makes games just so you could be like, "Oh, look, I was right," and that it was going to have backwards compatibility when you had no idea about it, it was just a gut feeling. That's disrespectful to me. That's disrespectful to me.
I agree. Pretty screwed up.
Yeah.
Celia, what are you doing over there? You working on the Switch 2 cartridges? How does it look? What does it feel like?
How bold of you to assume the
What does it
third-party
taste like?
developers? Yeah. We're all actually in the office just chiseling away because we have the factory lines there. That's that was
It's
included
Nintendo
in the
Prime's
report
video
too.
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, can't wait. Yeah, we were a little factory getting there ready for Christmas, like elves or something. It'll be under your tree, Sean. It'll be really under your tree. Or your
I don't
Hanukkah
have
bush.
a tree. I don't
Your
have a
Hanukkah
tree
bush.
or a
then.
Hanukkah bush. I
Not a Hanukkah bush.
Grandma has until I start getting some Hanukkah presents from motherfuckers, I'm not celebrating.
I sent you a Hanukkah card once.
Very cute.
I did it once. I sent I was like, oh, I should start doing this as a yearly thing. And so I sent it out to like all my friends and like some of my content creator friends as well. And then I was like, wow, this was way more work than
Never again.
ever want to do again.
You got to do like the picture card where it's like some relative's family that you haven't seen in forever.
Yeah.
I nanny this kid, and my friends and I really want to get like a picture of like me and my boyfriend with this kid and send it out to everybody and be like, "Merry Christmas," and like just see what they say,
Yeah.
because they're distant enough to be like, "Oh, does she have a kid?" And I could really freak some people out, but I'm not really sure about it yet.
How old is this kid?
He's 3. So it's like
3-year hard launch. Amazing.
I know that. I feel like that'd be a little.
Well, you're 21, right?
True.
I mean, my mom got knocked up when she was 17. She had me the month after she turned 18. So, I mean,
it's plausible.
Bitches in high school getting knocked up, having kids. I remember there was this one girl. She used to eat like really big. She had.
I do not want to hear this story.
She had a birthmark right between her eyebrows, and I think she was a little slow, but she used to eat pickles. Like you would watch her at lunch, and she would like eat these big ass pickles in like 1 or 2 bites, and she got knocked up. And I'm like, man, there needs to be some crimes investigated about this. But I did see someone, I believe it was Medallion. Backwards compatibility doesn't mean that they will be natively enhanced or boosted. And I think that is correct. Now, would it be nice? Sure, it would be nice. But maybe that plays a role in the pricing structure of things. Cause like, I mean, what you see Breath of the Wild at $40, and that's considered a sale or whatever. So if they came out with a 4K 60 version of it with the DLC bundled in for the Switch successor at $60 or potentially $70, would it sell still? Yeah, I think so.
Do you think they might do that and then also put out like hey, this is a $10 patch you could also get like if you already have the game? Because I feel like people wouldn't really double dip like that, especially if you have such a built out Switch library already.
But you're not worried about those people. You're worried about the new people because you
But
sold 150 million Switches, but you only sold 38 million copies of Breath of the Wild.
True.
So I mean, there's still 70 million people that you could potentially reach.
True, but like I guess as an additive thing, do you think like they would come out with this thing? They could also maybe just do a digital download where you download this thing and it upscales your game.
I mean, it'd be nice, but there's still way too many variables and unknown things about it right now. But we'll learn in time about it. DC Fat Cat with $2. Can I cameo your Christmas tree and Hanukkah bush? I mean, you can. I'm not sure what you'll end up getting a cameo of, but you can.
Yeah.
Vampire Slayer 83 with a $20 dono. Celia, I didn't realize you were a sweatshop worker, making cartridges by hand and all. Stop daydreaming about me already. The backwards compatibility is pretty nice to know about. Now my Switch library works on the new one. And, it is interesting. I did see some people saying things like, it was kind of smart to announce that because now your software sales probably won't. It's not like people are like, oh, can I, blah, blah, blah. Will they be enhanced on things? I mean, there has been traces of things found in there. When it comes to data and stuff like that, data miners have found things. I mean, going back to games previously that had like potentially 4K things related to it. Could that play a role in it? Were they future proofing it? Who's to say? There's still way too many variables that are unknown with it that we will learn within time to make any sort of like concrete, assumption on it. Because at this point in time, it's all just assumptions besides the tweet that we got here. And now we have the second quarter financial.
Well, I can go through all of it, so we can go all the way down to the bottom here.
Scrolling fast. Cash utilization. That's what I'm interested in. What does that say? Smiles through the experience or something? What the fuck is that shit?
I think it's up here. Is where
Switch software will be playable on the successor to Nintendo Switch. So I don't know. I think that should include everything.
I'd assume so.
I don't know. Why did the Knicks suck, Ashy Boy Larry? It's fucking disgusting. Yeah. Backwards compatibility.
Very exciting. Should we talk about? You want to talk about the numbers a little bit?
I mean, not really, but we can. We have.
Okay. They've sold cumulatively 146 million units, which is like 12 million off of PlayStation 2, right?
Depends which numbers you go by. I don't think Jim Ryan was lying about that, but we did get a donation. Geary with $1.99. I'm irresponsibly hyped for the Switch successor.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't think you're getting that sumbitch till fall of 2025.
I know we're talking all about this, but I'm surprised we haven't brought up the Zelda movie that they brought up in there. It's still on the plate. It's very exciting.
I don't fucking care.
20X. Do you think it's gonna be good?
I mean, it's a video game movie.
I mean, the Mario movie was so good. I genuinely enjoyed it.
Right. You know what? The problem is, that fucking motherfucker is gonna be involved in this movie somehow.
Chris Pratt?
No.
Sorry.
He is Link. That would
you
suck.
know who I'm talking about. The fucking
Who?
motherfucker who
Who?
ends up in all these video game movies now.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Jack Black.
Jack fucking Black.
Look,
I'm
Go
mad at him.
away. Go away.
Here's
You
the thing. I
don't
feel
need
like
to be
this is
ruining. You ruined Goosebumps. You ruined Mario. You
no. He
ruined
did a good job in the
Minecraft.
Mario movie.
Go
Yeah, he did fine.
away.
Obviously, Minecraft is a bit of a different story. That was crazy, but that was the whole movie. I mean, they did the stupid thing with that movie.
Go.
I didn't even watch
away.
it.
Well, they just made it half live action and half animated, which is like, why the hell is Jack Black just playing Jack Black in the Minecraft universe? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
That's just what a lot
That's
of
what I
actors
fear,
do now.
Spyro.
They're just themselves.
Well, and it's not
doing-
even the problem that he's himself, but it's like the thing of like that.
Was
Like,
he
it
in the
is
Borderlands
actor.
movie? Was he in the Borderlands movie?
I don't know.
That's gonna be a fucking problem if he is.
I think people were, at least me, I'm more frustrated that they went with like a half animated, half live action thing where you can like see Jack Black as himself and not like as some sort of animated character. Like, it's kind of annoying, you know, because he doesn't really look at all like Steve.
He
He's a
was
very-
in the movie.
Really?
Oh my god! Go away! What is?
Wait,
Go away!
Wait, what?
He's in the Borderlands movie.
Oh, of course he is.
Jesus Christ!
I don't think they'll put him in Zelda, and I think they could do it in a smart way if they do.
They would. Elliot Wilderman with a $2 dono. Is Link a twink or a femboy? I would say femboy. You know, they used to be called like metrosexual. Remember that term from the
I
early
remember that
2000s,
term.
Celia?
Oh my God.
That term.
They
I-
literally use that for like any guy that like uses soap. and
No,
like, trims his
no,
nails.
no.
And,
There was
like,
a definite
got-
type with that. There was a definite
Yeah.
type with that.
Okay, whatever.
Noah Smith, Celia, or just got recently. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Just recently
yell
got
at her
into
real
Shovel
quick.
Knight, and I just have one question for Celia. Where is
Yeah.
the Spectre Knight skateboarding game?
Man, that'd be so dope to be able to do some Tony pro skating kind of shit on there.
Yes, it
But
would.
it would be so dope because he already like side skates as it is, and he's already edgy. I don't know. That would be really cool. We're really busy with Mina right now. Maybe in the future though, that would be dope.
The casual noob gamer with $1.99. Jack Black jumped the shark back in Nacho Libre. You know, I didn't hate Nacho Libre. There was problems with it, but like I didn't hate it. You know what it is? The guy just kind of stayed around for too long. You know what I'm saying? And he's always the same sort of role and stuff. He looks like a fucking hobo. Like cut your hair, trim your beard a little bit, look presentable. You're getting paid millions of dollars to be in these movies, and you look like you just rolled out of bed. And I get that that's your shtick or something like that, but you know, fuck.
There's no way he's gonna be in the Zelda movie though. I think the
Based
Zelda
on
movie
what?
is-
Tell me a video game movie that's come out semi
Listen.
recently that hasn't had Jack fucking Black in it.
Nintendo takes a little bit more care with that stuff though, I feel, than most other.
That's why they
companies that
put
just-
Chris Pratt and Jack Black in the film. Like
So
Yeah.
obvious,
they took so much care.
yeah. No, I just think like Jack Black fits Bowser in a way that he doesn't fit anything else in the Zelda universe, right? I feel like they want to.
Goron.
God,
Yeah,
I feel
there
like
it
they
is.
want to hype this up as like a, like the Lord of the Rings almost,
What
kind of vibe.
what
Okay.
is it?
right?
What is it? Is it live action?
We don't
It is
know.
live action. Yeah. Wait,
Is it?
hold
No,
on.
we don't know.
Yes. I'm reading off the thing right now. Are planning and developing a live action film for the Legend of Zelda.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
I'm gonna call
own.
it. Okay, I'm gonna call it. Timothy Chalamet is totally going to be Link.
Oh yeah,
Like
but
that's
he's a good choice. He's a
yeah.
great
No,
choice.
he's very elfy looking.
Yes,
I don't know what
Um,
the fuck that is.
He's
the hot
he's a
guy from Dune.
I don't watch Dune. You know what?
The-
First
you know,
off,
you
fuck
should have come
Dune.
into the bit. And if you were like, "Oh yeah, that would have been funny,"
I
Here
don't
we
like
are.
Dune because when I was a little kid, Dune came out on the Sega Genesis, and I definitely thought it was like people were saying Doom, and I got really excited, and then I saw Dune for the Sega Genesis, and I was like, where is Doom for the Sega Genesis? And somebody at like a Toys R Us was like, there is no Doom for the Sega Genesis, it's Dune. And I was really pissed off. So right then and there, I wrote off
I don't
Dune.
even really like the movies too much, but I do think he's a good actor. He's a very good actor.
Sean, your life is so hard.
It is hard. The Casual Noob Gamer, the $1.99. Miyamoto does lines off of Jack Black's belly. See, that's the problem.
Nice.
Miyamoto is kind of like Kojima, where they have this obsession
so
with like American actors and stuff like that. And that's why Kiefer Sutherland came around and ruined Metal Gear Solid. I'm sorry, but you know what? Here's a hot fucking take. And you could take this shit to the bank, kiddies. After watching that Metal Gear Solid 3 video or Delta video on Konami's YouTube channel today, and seeing how happy David Hayter was to be Snake again, and see the joy and everyone that was there, fuck Kojima, because he was the one that changed everything. I'm glad he's gone. Yeah, I said it.
Wow.
Timothy, or Lives of Phil Spencer, $2 donation. Timothy Champagne Industry Plant.
He has too much of a digital footprint to be an industry plant.
Yeah.
He used to sell Xbox controllers on YouTube. You don't do that to an industry plant.
He's probably a Nepo baby. If anything.
Oh, they all are. All actors are.
Like there's no way that he could have had, that much success without being related or knowing someone.
For sure.
Corey McIntyre with a big 50 Canadian dono. Let's go for backwards compatibility. Hey, RGT, how's the family? Also, clearly the best game movie is Mario Brothers from the 90s. You know what? I hate that. I hate that movie with a passion. I think it's so dumb. But I am a fan of Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter from the 90s. I think they still hold up well. And the family is good. I went over to my grandma's house for lunch today, and there was a car in the driveway. I was like, who the fuck is this? So I walk in the house, and she's like doing some lady's hair, like cutting her hair and dyeing her hair and stuff. I'm like, what is going on? I was like, where's grandpa? And she was like, oh, he's outside. And so I went outside, and he's just with a hacksaw, just chopping down trees. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, I got to get rid of these trees. Trees bothering me. And, they might fall down in the yard. I was like, well, let me do it. Like, why are you using a hacksaw? Like, I'll buy you a chainsaw or something like that. But they're good. We had gnocchi and pizza for lunch. Amazing Gonzo, 801 with an $5 donation. The backwards compatibility update path could go either way. On Xbox, it's system-wide. On PlayStation, it is up to the developer. Well, the thing about it is I feel most people are only like, let's be real here. What software sells on Nintendo systems? Nintendo software. You got some outliers and stuff like that, but for the most part, I think everyone is just hoping for, just hoping that, Odyssey and, Breath of the Wild and all of those come over, and 2.9 million fans of Metroid Dread. Maybe they want to do another replay of that again. We got another 50 Canadian from Corey McIntyre. That's the point. It's so bad it's good. Yeah. Remember when John Leguizamo was like pissed off that they didn't ask him to be in the new Mario movie? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, shut up. Yes, he shouldn't use. I bought him a hedge clipper. He's using that, and he's fine with that.
The Switch has sold 6.84 million units. What are our thoughts on that? Software, 9.7. We're down 27% overall in the software department and 30% in the hardware department.
That's crazy.
What was their projection, right? Wasn't it 10 million?
For systems? No. It was, for the fiscal year, it was 13.5. And now they changed it to 12.5.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Fine.
$20 from Vampire Slayer 83. Jack Black's best movie was Tropic Thunder. You never go full. You know the line. A live action Zelda movie is likely not going to be good. Should be animated like Mario. Chalamet is a little overrated.
I agree.
I think it should. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
he would fit the character pretty well, I will say.
Well, I don't know who the fuck Chalamet is. But live action, I don't know. It's kind of
Yeah, I really wanted it to be animated.
the problem with
it just sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, it's just like with animated films, like there's so much more that you can do with it to really like have the world encompass, the fantasy and what what it entails in the video games. But I feel like when you're watching live action, there's just a lot of stuff that they have to cut to to sacrifice for other things, whether it be space, whether it be CGI time, depending on art direction. Like there's so many different things. And I don't know, I just feel like Zelda's always just meant to be a cartoon.
That's a problem, is like CGI has gotten substantially worse over time.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even, like, I watched some of those, like the Avenger movies or whatever, and they're fucking like none of it looks real. Like, I don't understand how people like watch that stuff. Oh wait, was he Wonka in the new Willy Wonka movie? Oh,
yes.
I didn't hate him.
He's a pretty good actor. He's a great actor. I mean, he's a good, but he is a bit overrated. He's got a lot of hype around him at the moment.
I mean, he did good in that. It's all right.
I mean,
I didn't hate
he's
the
done
movie.
great stuff in everything he's been in. I do think they would go for a live action over animated because they want it to be taken more seriously, and not for the fact that animation can't be taken seriously, because I don't like that argument at all. Like some of the best movies are animated, but I feel like this is them being like, we want to get a broader audience, right? Like, why does Disney do the live actions,
Because they're
right.
but it's creatively bankrupt.
I agree, but it also like pushes it to a new audience in a way, right? So it's like all these people who are like, I only watch live action shit, which there's a lot of people out there who are like that.
But did any of those live action remakes do well enough?
Yeah, they make so much money. That's the thing. That's why they keep doing them. The best like selling animated movie of all time is the live action oh my god, Lion King, which is all CGI. And it's crap. It's a piece of shit. It doesn't make better movies all the time or better art or whatever, but it does garner a pretty big audience. So I feel like that's what Nintendo's attempting to do here.
Corey McIntyre with a big 20 Canadian dono. The Rock as Ganon with CGI hair. I mean, he was the Scorpion King. Celia?
Unrelated, when they announced the live action Lion King. So fun fact, I don't really watch movies. I haven't seen a lot of them. So I heard through word of mouth that there was a live action Lion King. So I imagined live action real animals, like, like, I don't know, some of the movies from the 90s. And my brain was like, how are they going to get all the animals together without any of them dying? And I remember being so perplexed about that. Like, just sitting in class being like, I wonder like how they would do that. Would they just film them at different times and then like put it together? I like mathed that all out, and then I was like, oh, it's fucking CGI.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my rant.
Because you'd have these fucking people. They didn't do that when Dunstan Checks In came out. They had a real monkey.
Wow.
Noah Smith, the $2 donation.
Mm-hmm.
A Studio Ghibli Zelda would have gone so hard. I mean, you're not wrong.
That was the perfect way to do it. I can't believe that they didn't go for that option.
I thought you wanted the live action.
I'm explaining why I think they went for it. That's not my logic. Most of my favorite movies are animated movies. I think they lead to more creativity. I think you can do a lot more with the world. It's smarter in a lot of ways. But as a mass audience thing, I think Nintendo wanted to appeal to the highest market they can, and that is usually a live action film. Unfortunately.
Did they ever do a live action Pocahontas?
No, that movie's a little too touchy, I think, for them to go back to.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that one.
Bobcat, why he grins.
No, the music in that movie low-key slaps.
Oh, high-key slaps.
Yeah.
Dude, the Disney Renaissance was just so fucking good.
Oh, good.
Watch, they'll probably try to do like a live action Toy Story. I think you got.
No, that's Pixar. They won't do that.
Pixar won't do that. Did you guys watch like the newest? No, that it wasn't Pixar. It was a Disney movie. Wish. Did you guys watch that? I watched it on a plane, and I'm a lot of thoughts and feelings about that.
Feels AI generate. We'll touch on that on the after show.
Yeah. Oh my god, I have so many rants about that.
Should we go through this thing a little bit?
I guess.
We've got all that stuff. Nintendo Switch users. Huge. 127 million annual playing users.
Us.
From children to seniors.
Tons and tons. Titles announced for 2025. So this is what we have confirmed, I guess, for 2025. The main takeaways here are Pokemon ZA, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Metroid Prime Beyond, and Xenoblade Chronicles X, which was a... Oh, did we talk about that?
No.
That was weird.
That was good.
It was a weird little... I mean, it's great. It's just a weird little announcement. Like, it was weird that it wasn't in anything. And they just dropped a trailer. Like...
So they'll do those. Those are called... Okay, so there's, like, shadow drop announcements. So, like, in marketing in general... Okay, once again, I do not work for Nintendo. I'm just estimating what they're... what they're doing, blah, blah, No, oh my gosh. I'd have a way bigger house if I worked for Nintendo. Okay, so basically... like there's different announcements, and sometimes different activations have it where you're in a showcase. And I feel like we're now typically used to having showcase focused announcements, but there also are shadow drop announcements on social media. That's another avenue that they've done in the past. They just haven't done it recently with a, I guess like a highly focused like title, like a like Xenoblade. I'm excited about it. I've actually never played a Xenoblade game before, so hearing that it's going to come to Switch and I'm going to get to check it out sounds really fun. Have you played Xenoblade games before, Josie?
A little bit. I've never finished one. I was really into 3 for a while, and I got like 80 hours in, and then I stopped playing for a week, and I completely forgot how to play because there's so many different mechanics and things that you have to do. So it really freaked me out, and I didn't go back.
Is it very convoluted with that kind of stuff?
It is. They do it in a way that it's like digestible. Like they give it to you over a course of time. But I just feel like if you take a gap and you stop, it's really, really hard to get back into.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened to me. And then I've always tried to play them, but I've never gotten through them, honestly. I think they're great games. They're just really big. And I have a hard time like finishing huge games like that. The stories are always great. It has good art direction. I mean, their open worlds are really well done. I've never played Chronicles X either, but I've played every other one of them that's come to the Switch. So it's great that it's here. I was just surprised that like they didn't throw that in the last Nintendo Direct or something, because it seems like a kind of a hype announcement that I would assume that they would want in there, but maybe they wanted to give it its time to shine away from those announcements or something.
Also probably timing with like when they were actually ready to show something, or also in the marketing calendar of what made the most sense for that release. There's a lot that goes into it that like it'll feel sometimes random to us, like, wow, I can't believe they just threw that on Twitter, but there's like hundreds of people involved deciding when that actually would be and all working together and stuff like this. I don't know if exactly hundreds, but I'm just making up a number.
Vampire Slayer 83 with a $20 dono. Mario made $1 billion. I think making a Zelda animated would be fine. And Dominic Malta with $1.99. No message. Thank you, Dominic and Vampire Slayer. I mean, the reason they did it is because they're probably like, I'm not really thinking there's going to be a direct in like February, like people are expecting. I think the next time you hear from them is about the new system. And
which could be in February.
I mean, it could be, but I have it more towards March, because what you do is you have Donkey Kong HD scam of the year coming out in January, and then you have Xenoblade in March. So now you got 2 games. Like, do you need to talk about anything else? You're obviously gearing up for your new system. So I think that's the reason why they did it, but I'm glad they did it. I am interested to see how they transfer the gamepad usage, because that game was very heavy into the gamepad as far as, you know, it was concerned with like maps and stuff like that. But that is by far my favorite Xenoblade, because it's futuristic. I just think that the futuristic setting appeals to me a bit more, and the scales appeal to me a bit more than the more like weird alternate timeline, rustic dimension sort of thing where there's like some cool technology, but then like people still live in like huts and shit like that. Like this game, you know, it's just all, you know, full on future. You know, the city of New LA is like a futuristic city, and there's like weird cars and shit there. So I thoroughly enjoy the game, and it's a game that should have been done a long time ago because of the fact that it needed it. You know, a lot of these games that came over from the Wii U to the Switch, they didn't really need like a boost in like performance or in graphics or anything like that. That game needed it because that game was taxing the Wii U, and you had to like download additional stuff like texture packs and stuff like that that would like fill up your whole 32 gig hard drive on there. So I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. I do kind of wonder though, because one of the things that was brought up in this are the sales of games like Paper Mario, Echoes of Wisdom, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Does it almost feel like these games would have been more successful if they released like 2 or 3 years ago? Because like they're not really, I mean, they're fine, all things considered, but they're definitely not the sort of numbers that you would maybe necessarily expect. So like Echoes of Wisdom sold 2.6 million in 6 days. Tears of the Kingdom sold that in like it sold 10 million in like 2 days. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Because I had that game. I had that game pigeonholed at like 10 to 15 million, but now I'm not too sure about that.
I think you're comparing mainline title. Okay, like I see where you have a point for these things.
Oh, because it's a woman, it can't be a mainline game.
Sean, no, it's more of a spin-off title. It's not that was not the point whatsoever.
Damn it, Celia.
Oh my gosh. No, well, it'd be like the same thing about like if it was a different title of that style. How much did Link's Awakening sell? Just wondering.
7 point something, I thought.
Yeah.
And that's like total life cycle, not like in the first week or something.
Correct? No, yeah. That was well, it hasn't been updated in quite a while.
Okay, we'll give Zelda some time. Jesus. Okay, like, but still, like, we can't have Breath of the Wild, which is a completely different like landscape of a game with different gameplay, you know, and all the like highly blah blah blah, highly anticipated blah blah blah, like to a spinoff title. So I think that's a little weird to point out.
What if Tears of the Kingdom starred Zelda instead of Link? Would it still sell 20 million?
I think so.
Okay. Nice for you to give women credit. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Oh my god.
No, go down. What is the smile through experience? Go down. Slow down. Smiles through entertainment. What the fuck?
We will continue to build long-term relationships with each of our consumers and through entertainment offerings that are uniquely Nintendo, striving to bring smiles to as many people as possible.
Why
You're mad because people are happy?
Yes, I don't like that slide.
That's verbiage. Like it's like literally what they're on their licensing guide. They have that, you know, their goal is to bring Nintendo into consumers' lives, like everyday lives or whatever. It's like their mission statements and shit.
Interesting. Look, yeah. John is ashamed.
No.
He feels ashamed for Nintendo.
Ashamed Spawn is crazy.
It's incredible.
I was pretty impressed by how much Pikmin had sold. 7.86 mil? That's pretty huge.
Wouldn't it have been funny if they inflated those numbers because I love Pikmin.
Well, you got Pikmin.
Like, fuck you, you're buying it.
Well, you also got 1 and 2 on there. So all 3 games are available on the system.
Well, and 3 Deluxe, so every game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is there 4 Pikmin games?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So you got 4 titles. Kind of makes sense when you have something like that. Casual Noob Gamer with $1.99 says that the play test was a stress test for Xenoblade Chronicles X online mode. I have heard that.
Oh, weird.
I like this comment. Echoes of Wisdom is not a spinoff. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. We're just here to champion for women.
Okay, a non-mainline game.
Interesting.
It's a 2D Zelda, is what she. It's a different.
Because like we used to have them where there'd be the console Zeldas, and then we'd have the handheld Zeldas. Like Minish Cap was incredible. Oracles of Time and Age, not Oracles of Time, Seasons and Ages. You know, and like of the console, we had like Ocarina of Time. That's where I was getting time from. Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess. I don't know. It was just we used to have like a separation of that on console, but
a little less than Link's Awakening there. Interesting.
This is the chart of all the 2D Zeldas.
Okay.
So far.
We just doing better than the Spirit Tracks though.
Oh yeah, everything did better than Spirit Tracks.
It's the second best-selling 2D Zelda.
How did Spirit Tracks do better than Phantom Hourglass? That is Phantom Hourglass slander.
Because it looked a little different, I guess. I don't know. That is kind of weird.
Yeah, because like objectively, like to be transparent, I 100%ed Phantom Hourglass. I was like really hyper focused on it. But I really enjoyed that.
Bring that up. No, the other slide, please. Look at that drop off. That's fucking nuts.
I think all the excitement for that was like right out of the gate, you know, that was everybody who has nostalgia for it and who wants it. So you go and immediately pick it up.
With the eShop in general, there's like no discovery for games. So once the hype drops off and it's not a mainline focused title, because that's what you call it, it's, you know, of course the sales will drop off like that, which is a shame because the 1,000-Year Door is absolutely incredible. I love that game so much.
Can I see the Luigi's Mansion 2 slide, please, of the same caliber?
Well, I think that has to do with maybe Halloween and stuff coming around.
Yeah.
Things of that nature.
It didn't initially ship as much, but then they had to ship more. Interesting. What about that tier? Let me see that Tears of the Kingdom one. Let me see that Tears of the Kingdom one right there. Man, that's crazy.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, if you didn't like Breath of the Wild, you're not going to like Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great game. It sold great. There's no arguing that, but it was never going to top Breath of the Wild.
Well, Tears was cool, but like, it didn't have that magic feel because it was, you know, it was the change from the norm, and then we got the same thing that we got before, except, you know, more fun things with Tears of the Kingdom. But I don't know. I didn't feel like the game was too drastically different.
Dominic, who donated earlier with no message, has a message. Hey, RGT, I'd love to hear your opinion on the PSVR 2, which I already own, versus the new Meta Quest. I know the Batman is exclusive to the Quest, which makes it tempting, but I'm curious, between the two headsets, which one provides better image quality overall? I'm considering getting the Quest for the Batman experience, but would love your insight first. So, I saw it, Casual Noob. That was the Xenoblade one, right?
No, we missed it.
Yeah, playtest was for the stress test, for the online.
Oh, yeah.
We read it.
I did.
So overall image quality is probably PSVR 2 because it's, you know, it's a little more expensive, but like you can get the Quest 3S because that's what I have, which is kind of there's the Quest 3, which looks a little better than the Quest 3S, but the Quest 3S is only $300 and it comes bundled with Batman. So, type it out, Casual Noob. So I feel like, you know, I don't think it's like bad or anything like that. So, I mean, if you really want to play Batman, I think that's going to be the only way to play it, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Before that. All right, let me look here.
This one? The success playtest was greenlit to release.
Oh.
This one?
Oh, so you're saying, okay, yeah, that's probably it. So you're saying, sorry, I thought they read the same way. No, that's not your bad. That was my bad. So you're saying that the successful green light test of it is why they decided to then announce Xenoblade Chronicles X. I mean, there could be something to that.
Mm-hmm. These are the cells for Breath of the Wild, which I think are interesting.
Yeah, it was.
They're just pretty consistent.
Yeah, you didn't have that same fall
crazy
off
hype. Yeah,
you didn't have that. Yeah,
well,
they
also had a. Sorry.
No,
they also had a DLC release. I remember that. It was like the.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, overall, the numbers, are ridiculous.
Right.
But like when you look at that, like, can you zoom in on it?
This thing?
Yeah.
Scroll
the mouse wheel, maybe.
Maybe it doesn't do it. Here, let me see if I can.
Do you want me to use my eyesight? Okay, so Mario Kart.
Wait, hold on, I might be able to. Okay. Hold on.
Pop it out. Pop it out as its own image.
Yeah, I have to stop sharing this tab and then go and share a different tab. This is a lot. Okay.
You got some things you don't want to share with the class?
Homework assignments.
Interesting.
What would we like to see?
Well, I just, to me, like, Animal Crossing is so overinflated because of COVID.
Well,
I mean, it's still sold.
Right, but
it still sold 1 million this fiscal year. That's fucking nuts. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but like,
yeah,
I want to see more down.
Okay. You know what I found interesting at the very bottom of this is Dr. Koshaw's brain training, which is so weird.
Look at Bayonetta 3. Oh,
no,
man.
It's probably parents bought that so their kids would like play games and learn. There's also Wii Fit Trainer, not Wii Fit Trainer, the Switch.
Oh yeah, that thing sold a ton.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That one's at like up here, right?
Look at how many of these.
Yeah, Ring Fit.
It's very interesting.
Ring Fit is crazy at 15 million units.
Dude, we should make Shovel Knight Fit Adventure like.
Well, I think Ring Fit might have gotten inflated a little bit as a part of COVID as well, because like people couldn't go to the gym, so maybe.
Yeah, they tried. I have a friend that did that, and then immediately was like, "I'm just gonna go for a run outside."
I did that too. That's what I did. Splatoon 3 is sold pretty well, 11 million overall.
Yeah.
Tropical Freeze. Splatoon 2 is even more.
Yeah.
13. That's impressive.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land was so good. I hope we get another one. I 100% that game too. I loved it. I was so sad when it was over. Like, it was a legitimate loss for me.
Oh, that's a really good game.
Scroll down, please.
1-2 Switch sitting pretty at 3, almost 4 million.
Well, I mean, there was nothing else out.
True. Pikmin 4, that's awesome. 3.4 million. That's great.
Oh, look, Dread's over 3 million. You did it, boys. Took you a couple years extra, but you did it.
They have a thing of they had a thing dedicated to Metroid, and it's like sold around 5 million units, I guess, overall Metroid franchise.
Because you've got
Prime.
Scroll down. Yeah, Prime Remastered is also on the list at like 1.3. I can't believe Bayonetta did so bad. I mean, it's not nearly as good as Bayonetta 2 was.
I'm surprised that Mario vs. Donkey Kong is even on this list. That seems like such a weird small release, but I guess it has Mario in the title.
The real thing is to think about any Nintendo games that are not on this list, ending, because those are the ones that haven't hit 1 million yet. But there's nothing really like jumping out to me.
Miitopia is cool. That was a good game. I like that game a lot. 1.7 million.
Man, 1.4 million people were suckers bought Nintendo Labo. That's wild.
She's Mansion 2. Return to Dreamland Deluxe is good.
Well, Crypto CS guy, it depends on the. It's crazy people saying 1 million sales isn't good nowadays. It depends on the budget of the game. Games don't cost like they used to. You could sell 200,000 to 300,000 copies of a game, 20, 30 years ago, and that could be a huge success. But with the rise of budgets and the rise of costs to develop games, it doesn't impact Nintendo as much. But you see companies all the time saying, 5 million isn't a success because of the time and money that went into it. So I don't think it's, and when you look at how many Switches have sold and how many systems are on the marketplace, I mean, it's all comparative.
Wow,
Yeah,
Nintendo Switch Sports is crazy.
Sean's corrected this. So, like, if we were looking at indie games, for example, which have a smaller scope of things in comparison to Nintendo, 1 million units would be incredible. Like, oh my gosh, they did it. Like, that's really important. But yeah, in first party, it's just the marketing dollar that backs it is crazy.
Yeah, think how much they spent just on marketing of some of these games,
So much. Oh my gosh, because you think about it, like to have like retail units, and you have like the standee or like whatever they're using in that store, and you see it in Target, and that's your local Target. But it's not just in your local Target; it's in every single Target, Best Buy. There's street ads, and you see it in your city, but it's in every city. So that's like millions of dollars that you just walk by it and then you encounter it, and like that's how everyone's getting that experience. I know, sorry, that stuff excites me.
It's your field of expertise.
Yeah, it's what I do for work. I wish I had that marketing budget for that. We mainly do organic things, so it's like, please share
like
this.
the Shovel Knight costumes.
Yeah.
What do we think of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 6.4 million? Are we shocked?
No, it's
the only one.
I mean, it's crazy.
Just this quarter, it sold 1 million. Just this quarter. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's never gonna die.
Nope. Wait, scroll down to the bottom. I want to see who's the loser and the winners.
It's Bayonetta 3, I believe.
Oh.
At the bottom here, and then Mario vs. Donkey Kong
was at the bottom.
So Mario vs. Donkey Kong and Game Builder Garage being down here is pretty good for those games, respective of their budgets, I would assume. Right?
Yeah, maybe.
Like selling around $1 million.
Well, Game Builder was a budget game to begin with, so
right. Showtime too, that's pretty all right.
Did that game end up being good?
I played the whole thing and I liked it. I thought it was pretty cute.
Did you buy a physical of it or did you buy it?
I did. Oh yeah, you can borrow. You want to borrow it?
Yay! I was about to ask if I could borrow it.
Yeah.
I will do that every single time you have something that I don't have.
Yeah, you can borrow it.
Yeah. That's why I like buying physical games, because you can like borrow with your friends. Like I've always done that, and it's such a bummer that you can't do that with digital.
I know.
Well, that's what happened. That's what happened with Nintendo. We will not shout out ARMS. We are not fans of ARMS.
No, shout out ARMS. I do like ARMS.
There'll be no ARMS shout outs here.
Where's ARMS at on here? I actually
way too high.
It was up there.
I was only like
it's right there. It's right there. Down.
Aha.
There you
2.7. Tell them as a new franchise. Kind of kicking ass.
1-2 Switch is also a new franchise. Before we wrap things up, I want to give a huge thank you to our Patreon members over on SpawncastNetwork.com. Adam Sarp, Adam Baldazon, A Billion Cats A, Drunk on Tacos, Trent A, The Game Orb, Mr. Job, Joshua Butts, aka the Butt Man, and John O. We will be going to the after show momentarily, so if you're a channel member or a Patreon member, you will have access to that. Thank you to everyone who donated: Jeffrey Tucker, AJ.mp3, Vampire Slayer for his generosity, Corey McIntyre for their generosity, Medallion for being a member for 7 months, Fairbanks, Elliot, Josh, Liam, DC Fat Cat, Geary, Casual Noob Gamer, Liza Phil Spencer, Amazing Gonzo, Noah Smith, Dominic. And now we're caught up. All right. We'll see you on the after show. Come hang out. Or don't.
We'll post the link on the community page. If you're a member here, you get to watch it as well. All right.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Bye. See you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.